Am I live? Never know. Yeah. Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review. So, live review tonight. Guinness have brought out their cold brew coffee beer. Look at that. And, notification's just gone out. So, yeah, four cans, £5.50 at Tesco's. Did go to Asda. Somebody said Asda. I didn't get any from Asda. Went last night. So, seems every man and his dog's already had a review of this, but yeah, well, I'm not them, so I'll do my own review. So, we'll crack one open, as you do, and cold brew coffee beer. So, let me put these three somewhere else before I drop them. I will be doing a 1 minute review as well, if only to be sly and get the shorts on YouTube. So, cold brew coffee beer. If you know anything about Guinness in America do some amazing beers. My mate has also just come back from Ireland, and he's got a barrel-aged Guinness sat at his house. So when we actually get around to drinking it, there will be a review, maybe even a live review, because who doesn't love a drunken live review? But anyway, it says on the can, I need the lights. I need to put my light on. Can't see what I'm doing. I'm getting old. Been at work for 11 hours. You know, the eyes go after so many hours. They don't. There we go. Bonjour. Drinking all four tonight. They're only 4%, aren't they, supposedly? Good evening, Megan. Good evening, Christopher. Good evening, Paul. Both exploded on opening. I've just walked down the path as well. Forest just scored. I didn't even know Forest play. I remember, yeah, Forest are playing tonight, aren't they? Ah, right, here we go then. Exploded at opening. Oh dear, this might be interesting. Aim it away from my lap. Oh, he's a bit lively. Oh, no. Yeah, they're a bit lively, aren't they? Oh dear. Oh, there you go. Wow, that widget is decent nonetheless. So, big good evening, Kevin. Away to Fulham. Zinkenack scored. Fulham. If we can beat Fulham tonight, that would be massive. So, because it's spewed out of the can, what I can tell you is big, absolutely beautiful coffee aroma. Beautiful coffee aroma. Now, Guinness, the first time I had Guinness, the wife was going to do a stew or something along them lines, pie. And the can had been sat in the fridge for nearly a year. And I'd never drank Guinness before that. Never drank stouts. So drank it and I actually liked it, you know. And so this is going to be really, really interesting. Bournemouth losing 2-0. Come on, you Reds. Come on, Swansea. Swansea? Steve Cooper's ex-club. Hey. So, look at that. Beautiful. Standard Guinness pour. Black. And taking its time to rise up. Nice white head on there. Smells divine. Absolutely smells beautiful. And I forgot what night it is. It's Tuesday, isn't it? Oh, that means I'm going up against a certain fella. But it doesn't really matter, does it? Good evening, Thomas, matey. Puts Forest back in the automatic promotion. Jesus Christ. That would be awesome. Playoffs. Don't like them. We're crap at playoffs, Forest are. So look at that, everyone. It smells as good as it looks. Reminds me of those coffee biscuits that you used to get years ago. Oh, Now, there's one thing that my wife always moans about with beers that we get, is that they overdo it. Good evening, David. Yeah, Forest 1-0 up. Hey, what she said. Good evening, Shane Mater. How are you? Yeah, what my wife always says with these coffee promotion picture. Yeah, I think that puts us 1 point behind if it stays as it is at the moment. Oh, come on, Forest. To beat Fulham is a big deal. Fulham, amazing. One away winners this year. That's it. So Thursday, I'll do mine. I'll do another one tomorrow then. I've got another one up tomorrow. Got some big beers tomorrow. So yeah, I've done coffee beers. And the thing with coffee beers, my wife loves coffee in a beer, and that's what she really wants to taste. And but the more espresso, so the more two. Smells brilliant. Good evening, PJ. That aroma. I mean, I hadn't even had a sip. Yeah, 6 minutes in, not had a sip. But the bloody, I've got it all over my computer, all over my desk. Old Tom. Hey, good evening, Gilbert. Oh, the aroma is just stunning. If you love coffee, this is heaven. You'd just be sitting there sniffing the glass, you know. Like going to the toilets. Yeah, no, going down that road. But smells amazing. A mouth's watering for this. It's subtle coffee taste to it. But let's be fair, it doesn't need to be in your face. Sometimes this is where there's a balance between in your face flavors and subtle. Both sides of a good beer, it certainly is. And it's funny, but I use somebody in a different name. It just makes me wonder. Hey, North Carolina. Good evening. And good evening, Ali. Hope you're well. The aroma. Benjamin, good evening. The aroma's just stunning. The taste is more subdued, I think, at the beginning. Temperature is going to be the thing with this beer. I've one room temperature, I've one cold. The room temperature one, be careful, because it might do what this certainly did when I first cracks it open. Oh, the aroma is just absolutely, someone reckons Simon's live on Thursday. I'm going to do a live tomorrow night. I've got a nice beer tomorrow night. Designed to be drank cold. Yeah, that's why it's spewed up a bit. It's not come straight from the fridge. So I'm going to do a 1 minute review straight from the fridge. So it's like normal Guinness, but with that coffee flavour to it. And gotta be honest, ticks the old boxes. Like I've said, my wife, she doesn't like in your face flavours, whereas I don't mind. Sometimes it's a bit too overpowering. That aroma, still smell it now. The aroma is absolutely bloody amazing. The aroma is. Oh, wow. Like, good evening, Sam. Hello, mate. Still off to bed tomorrow. Doctor's in the morning, mate. Hope you're well, mate. Hope it all goes to plan. Not nice going to the doctors. I always remember years ago when I had lots of things all at once, and I didn't know what was going off. And went to the doctors, and he says, "Oh, you've got severe anxiety, depression, and stress." And I'm like, "Oh, is that all?" I thought I got something really bad. And obviously, it's a lot more than that, in the grand scheme of things. 7 days since you drank. Oh, bloody hell. I've gone 17 hours. That's enough. But yeah. So to those watching in the future, you've had those coffee biscuits that give off, and that you open the packet and you get the smell of coffee. Subtle, nice coffee flavours. Ooh. Thornbridge are bringing out some stunning Necessary Evils at the moment. They've got a triple sec Necessary Evil coming out. They've got the cognac one. And I actually messaged Thornbridge to say that I've done the same in my own brew, where I've added different spirits to imperial stouts. It works. Brew your own imperial stout. Brew 40 pints. If you've already got spirits, chuck 50 mils of spirits per litre into your imperial stouts, and bish bash bosh. Leave it for a few weeks to mature. And whoa. Good evening, Andy. Young Raggy, you'll go far, you will. I don't feel young sometimes, but there you go. So, Guinness. Hey. Now, when you've got the name of Guinness, you've got a powerful name. More powerful probably than Brewdog, I would think. I didn't say 15. I said 50. 15. 50. 50. Yes. 150. No, not 150. No. No. Oh, dear. Could you imagine? I'd be steaming. Man City 2-0 over Real Madrid. Yeah. I forgot the football was on tonight. I did. Oh, well. Bit of live beer reviews. Bit of live football in the background. Hey, job's a good one. Yeah, the aroma. Oh, that aroma, that coffee biscuity aroma. Bloody hell, you could just sit there smelling the glass, which is really, really sad in some ways, but drink it really cold. I'm going to do a cold beer review. This is chilled, but it's not cold. So I'm going to chuck one in the freezer in a bit and do not a live, but a 1 minute cold beer review just to see what it smells like. I know my wife, I should do. Voice on top. Yay. Ali, get yourself a kit. Get yourself a setup, plastic bucket, basic setup. Love Brewing do an imperial stout. They also do a barley wine as well, which is also stunning. But the imperial stout is amazing. Brew 40 pints. If you've already got the spirits in, when you're bottling 50 mils of spirit, and you can use any spirits you like. This is where, whoa, the world of beers doesn't have to be just beer. You can use spirits in beers. No. The piss pots, it's never about just getting drunk. It's the journey. It's a journey of a beer, God, the aroma is just stunning. It is a stunning aroma. Put the glass in the freezer for 15 minutes. Good evening, Mr. Bungle. Makes the Guinness even better. So I'm actually using a Guinness glass as well for those ale. Forget that it's up there rather than to the side these days. 8 pints of Stella Unfiltered. Not had the Stella Unfiltered yet. Need to get hold of that, to be fair. Sam got a rare bourbon barrel-aged boysenberry Baltic porters. Ooh. It will be down the Raggy Avenue. Forest One up Zinkenackle. Come on, Tricky Treat. Yeah, I don't like Fulham, to be honest. Apologies to any Fulham fans out there, but I don't like them. And never did. Is the bloke who owns Harrods? Empty glass and chill it. I'll try that. I've got some Guinness glasses, to be fair. Sam Smith, I need to review more of their beers. We're going up to Yorkshire in October, and you damn well know that I'm going to take a couple of £100, go to a local bottle shop. Yorkshire Craft Ales is the one I'm going to go to, and I'm going to spend big time in there and, you know, get as many beers from that area. Because sometimes, you know, it's nice to get beers from a certain area. So, pour the rest of this out. It looks as good as it smells. You added a shot of bourbon to the second can. Hey! Good evening, Lee, matey. So, I will read what it says on the can. So, beer with cold brew coffee and natural flavours. The coffee is sublime. It's 4%. Doesn't say anything about the caffeine. Brewed in Ireland, obviously, by Guinness. St. James's Gate. Yeah, there's nothing about the caffeine element, to be fair. Kilograms, fat, saturates, carbs, sugar, protein, salt, KJ, cacao, fat, saturates. No, nothing about the caffeine element to it. So, yeah. Guinness World Cup football glass. Oh. A mate of mine's got a barrel aged, I'm not sure if it's bourbon, a barrel aged Guinness sat in his house. And he's had it for about a month. He's been in Ireland a month. He's been back from Ireland a month. And we're going to be drinking it. And I'll tell you now, there's going to be a review. He can do a review with me. And when I go around his house and neck his beer. It's a job you've got to do at times, isn't it? You've got to go around people's houses and neck their beer. You know, I'd invite people around here, but we'd all be steaming after about 4 or 5 beers because I've got so much barley wine here. My Kentucky barley wine. Yeah. Shahid Khan, his son owns AW Wrestling. Oh, rightio. Oh. AEW are trying to take over from WWF, aren't you? I ain't got many workmates. Yeah. Got one or two. Yeah, that's about it. And none that live anywhere near me because they'd have to get home and they all live far away. So, yeah, that's sad, isn't it? Yeah, I'll just drink it myself. Job's a good one. And talk to me about mice. Ugh. 1798 Guinness. No, never heard of that. No. Sounds nice though. So the aroma. Still amazingly coffee aroma on this. It's absolutely bang on, the aroma. How's the football scores doing, out of curiosity? The wife knows I'm going to be down the shed 45 minutes anyway, so I might as well just stay on, do the old 45 minutes. Job's a good one. And then tomorrow night, I'm going to do a live review tomorrow night because I've got a couple. I might do a double beer review tomorrow night. I've got a Bang the Elephant beer. I was at KFC one night and all of a sudden this big Kentucky, but yeah, there's a big rat come out eating chicken and it's like, oh, Jesus Christ. And it wasn't nice. And the shrubs, this is why when you have shrubs anywhere, you cut out the bottom so you can see under because then there's nowhere for them to hide. Oof. About 8 o'clock, matey, because I'm working till probably 7 again tomorrow night. Big long day again tomorrow. 11 and a half hours tomorrow. Is what it is, isn't it? You know, you got to get the pennies. Good evening, Jack. The neighbour, yeah. Actually, she's going to work these days. Hey, hey. So she's got 9 kids. 9. They've got kids. None of them go to work. I mean, I don't care who works and who doesn't work. But the fact is, you know, when they're horrible people. And yeah, I could see her coming back from work last night and it's like, Get some of that work life, you know, bit of work down you. 7.5% Guinness in B&M store in Southampton. That'll be foreign extra, probably the Nigerian foreign extra or the Irish. Very nice as well. Steve Cook just wiped Mitrovic. Mitrovic, is that their top scorer for Fulham? Yeah, he'll be some force in the Premiership, to be honest, you know, in the Premier League. Cheers, Sam. Yeah, I mean, the wife's watching Emmerdale and Coronation Street most nights, and I can't stand either of them. So to bring the lives back each night, doing a beer review, because I'm more comfortable doing beer reviews like tonight, and then it turns into a holy mess where I'll just talk rubbish. 41 goals, shit. You know, you can't fault him, can you? Jack, are you doing beer reviews, mate? Out of curiosity. You know, beer reviewing, it's we all you know, there's no right or wrong with beer reviews. As Dean's beer reviews says, there's no right or wrong unless you totally don't get the taste. I mean, if you smelt this and smelt bourbon barrel aged flipping whiskey, then you'd be wrong. But if you can smell coffee, oh god, apologies, notifications. Who's notifying me now? Bastards. Hey, I ain't turned me sound off on my phone, so hey, David. This is the problem when you don't turn your volume down on your phone. Somebody messaged you. I didn't call you. I apologise for calling you, mate. And somebody messages you, and then you see, oh, fuck's sakes, I didn't turn it off. And apologies for the swearing. There's no need to swear on beer reviews. It's totally uncouth and disgusting. But you know, you get that on the Vaggy beer reviews. So country living type stuff. Oh, bless you. On certain nights of the week, it's Sam. I'm going to be late because I'm just working till late. I'm doing 11, 12-hour shifts, and with traveling, it turns into 13 hours. It's a long day, but we're trying to save up for a wedding vow thing next year. So, you know, it's funny because I'm coming up to 51 and I'm working hard as a 51-year-old, and I have done as a 20 and 30-year-old. Is it a thing where you get older and you work harder? I have no idea. I know a lot of people who've never worked properly. Workers, they've gone to work and they've been bone idle all their life. And then you get other people who've grafted. Mr. Bungle, aroma-wise, stunning. That coffee is just unbelievable. If you like the smell of a coffee, you would absolutely love it. The aroma, you've got to drink this cold, chilled, and then even warm. There's free reviews of this that you've got to look at. If it's warm, don't open the can. Open the can, pour it, and just walk away for an hour. Cold, straight from cold, it won't spill out. Chilled, this one was chilled, and it spilled out a bit. So there's the things to notice. So coffee, massive coffee on the nose, but it's a subtle coffee. Is it not near you, Thomas? Knowing where you live. Daft, isn't it? Yeah, coffee on the nose. Initial taste of coffee. Good evening, Chris. Nice taste of coffee on the taste. This is starting to get warm. So it's changing. The coffee's more prevalent. It's strange because, as we know, with temperature changes everything. With cold, you know, it stops it from blowing out like it did earlier. But it might mute the coffee slightly, even though it is a cold brew coffee. The Guinness is stunning. It is a stunning beer. It's the closest Guinness have got to it, you know, especially in the UK at least. Well, mainstream UK, not in Ireland themselves. You know, in Ireland themselves, they've got some nice beers over there. But this is a mainstream beer. The coffee element will appeal to a hell of a lot of people. It's not trying to be too silly. It's giving you subtle coffee flavors, great coffee aroma, subtle coffee flavors without going too far. This, for my wife, she would love. She is that sort of a drinker that wants a bit of coffee, but doesn't want it espresso like smack in your face coffee. She don't want that. Whereas with me, I could take that smack in your face coffee. She doesn't want it. So that's quite interesting. An absolute mainstream Guinness. And this, if they carry it on, who knows with Guinness, who knows with any brand, but this could be one of the big beers in supermarkets. You say that, but I'd rather have Madrid, City in the final than Madrid. Yeah. Didn't Madrid beat City? Mr. Bowman, how are you, mate? And how are you doing in Greece, mate? Are you enjoying it? And beer reviews from Greece? For some reason, I'm subscribed to many beer reviewers, and I'm not seeing people's beer reviews, you know, on notifications. Or I see them about 2 weeks later, which is, you know, it's a little bit late. Strange. YouTube's shite these days. Disco rather. Good evening, mate. What did you think to this beer? I think it's an absolute stunner. I will be doing a very quick review for those watching. Yes, they beat Chelsea, didn't they? Of course they did. Yeah. Although on that night, what's his face? I can't remember his bloody name now. Banged three in, didn't I? Can't remember his name. Few Greek crafty numbers. Fair play, matey. Fair play. And hopefully one day we'll have a big. Could you imagine a big beer reviewer meetup? Oh, that would be stunning. It would be stunning. You know, all of us meeting together somewhere in the middle between all of us. Not easy. We're all in different parts of the country. Had Guinness IPA out there. Guinness IPA. Is that something else rebranded as Guinness IPA? No escaping the interview now. Oh, that's interesting. Right. So what I do get, it depends on the temperature, I think, Disco. So on the nose, we don't want no Desperados. No. Jockey boys in the game there. Jackie, sorry. I thought you said jockey for a second. Obviously, the nose is stunning. Don't get me wrong. You know, the nose is just out there. Yes, at chilled, I thought it was a bit thin, chilled. The warmer it gets, the more it seems to go creamier, and the more the coffee starts to take over. And it's interesting what we all get, but then that's where we all differ, and we're not all of us aren't going to be the same in that respect. Gonna have to crack a beer. Gonna have to crack one open in front of the wife, and that sounds so wrong in so many ways. Yeah, can I just imagine going into the wife and saying, I'm just going to crack one open in front of you. And yeah, probably get a one around the head. Tobacco smokiness. Oh, ITO. Fair play, matey. Fair play. It's amazing what we get. And it's amazing what we all get on different beers. I was with Hopzine the other day, and some of the stuff he was getting on the beer, and I'm looking at him thinking, I'm not getting any of that. But yeah, we get what we get. Sometimes I get stuff, and I look what other people get, and I'm thinking, I didn't get all of that. You know, you didn't get anything that I got, so why did you not get it? And good evening, Darren. How are you, matey? George Michael at the meetup. Hey, George Michael, Aretha Franklin. Oh, I listened to that on the way home tonight. Job's a good one. Name drop. Benjamin. So, yeah, an imperial stout with these flavors would be something very interesting. At 4%, yeah, I think at 4%, it's basically just a coffee version of Guinness in the grand scheme of things. But, you know, coffee version of Guinness, but it's going to appeal to the masses, you know, to all those who like a bit of coffee but don't want it too strong. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. And please, Forest, don't lose. Win. Bournemouth, lose. We need Swansea to do us a big one tonight. We need Swansea to beat Bournemouth, Forest to beat Fulham, and to be fair, Man City to beat Real Madrid. Only because we don't want Real Madrid in the final. They won 3 times on a row. We don't want them. It's against the odds trying to think Irish. I thought Scottish and Irish were really quite close. Does it depend on religions? You know, Protestant and Catholic. I don't do religions, to be honest. Although when I went over to Northern Ireland, I was told not to go in the Catholic area because obviously being English and having a short hair, they'd think I was a squaddy at the time when I was younger. Now they just think I'm an old man with grey hair. Yeah, probably chuck me a couple of quid to make me happy. You don't want any English side to do well. Fair play, fair play. Proper Scottish bloke. I always remember in Salou, we was in Salou, and we were watching England play Portugal, and there was one, and I do mean one Scottish bloke with hundreds of English people with their English kits on. I was on holiday, so I wasn't wearing England on holiday. I was just wearing a normal t-shirt. But obviously, I wanted England to win. And that was the night Portugal beat England. And oh my God, this Scottish bloke, he was proper. How he got out of there alive, I have no idea. I mean, did they all look the same as me? And, you know, there's banter. And then there's putting yourself in harm's way. Real Madrid goal. Ashes. And then there's putting yourself in harm's way. You know, banter's good, but you know, when you've got your family with you and you're stirring up all these people, and you could see some of these people, they were like salivating because they were so angry. And I'm watching and I'm looking, I'm thinking, I'm a fan, but you know, and that was when I think that was when Ronaldo got bloody Rooney sent off or something along them lines. And you call out top, hey, everybody against England. Banter's what makes the world go round. Friendly banter is, you know. I mean, I was talking to a Derby fan the other day, and he was giving me some, you know, because obviously being a Forest fan, wearing a Forest top, he was giving me some banter, and we was getting on. Then he turns around to me and says, look, you know, I hope Forest do well, really. And I says, look, we were in the same situation as you. Dodgy owner. When we had Faraz in charge of us. dodgy owner, and that's what Derby have had. And now Derby have suffered the fate Forest got, going down. Yeah, banter makes the world go round, In the 60s and 70s, lots of banter. No one took it seriously. These days, Jesus Christ, you say one thing wrong and you're the world's enemy. Yeah. I mean, me and one of my mates would go into chat rooms on the old, what was the chat rooms called back in, was it Yahoo? Or was it Yahoo Chat? There was another chat. We'd go into chat rooms back in the day, and we'd just go in the chat rooms to obliterate everybody in the chat room, take the mick out of everyone, and really be close to the bone. And Elon Musk taking over Twitter, rich people taking over other, I don't like these mega rich people, because you get people like Donald Trump who think they're always right, even when they're wrong. And you can see by the look in his face, he just thinks he's something amazing, and he's not. He's just an old man with a wig. Off to the bar at the minute. What, spirit or cocktail? Bailey's, Tia Maria, Jack Daniels together. Oh, what a combo. Yeah. Sometimes, you say Forest 1-0. Hey. Fake tan, I know it is. Tans are terrible, aren't they? I use Twitter, but I don't really care for it, to be fair. Yeah, sensitivity these days. I mean, if you don't like it, just ignore it. And then you get the people that really go to town. And I mean, there are some stuff there's lines that you really shouldn't cross. But I do wonder, though, in this world where we're at, where we are in this world at the moment, whether Donald Trump in charge of the USA. Good evening, Slurpee. Hey. I do wonder if Donald Trump was in charge of the USA, that Putin wouldn't have even tried this in Ukraine, because Donald Trump it'd been a bit more interesting. Biden, I'm not so sure he's a good president for the USA. I think he's a weak link. You see him, I mean, he comes out with stuff. But Barack Obama, it wouldn't have happened under Barack Obama, and Trump the same. Even though I don't like Trump, I did like some of the stuff he came out with at the beginning, not towards the end. And yeah, they need a president who turns around to Putin and says, "Don't even start that." Boris. I like Boris in a lot of ways, but he's a joke. Ooh. And his parties are just a downright laugh, aren't they? So 38 minutes in. Good. Thank you for everyone joining in. To those joining later, what a lovely coffee beer by Guinness. Going to do a straight 1 minute review, just a quick review. This was a live review tonight, just to get it out there. We need strong politics. They're all corrupt. Putin is corrupt. He's the dodgiest Russian prime minister. Gorbachev, whatever his name is, I listened to him on YouTube the other week, some of his interviews. By God, some of the stuff he was saying was so spot on, Edam. And it's like Gorbachev actually called it perfectly well. I don't think he's impressed with Putin either. Putin, is a master manipulator. Biden's nowhere near strong enough for the US, for the most powerful country in the world. Nowhere near strong enough. Yeah, the coffee in this probably, mate. It's subtle coffee. But if you don't like coffee, you won't like this. In some ways, Maggie Thatcher would have been the better Prime Minister against at this moment in time, despite some of the other stuff she pulled. With the Falklands War, she did get it right. But with some of the other stuff, council tax and that, she got it well wrong. Difficult with leaders around the world. What we don't want is this going silly. But there's a reason why nuclear weapons exist, because if you don't have the deterrent, then silliness prevails. Yeah, milk snatcher. Yeah. There's, none of them are perfect, are they? Good evening, Danny, mate. How are you? It's been a while. And good to see you doing beer reviews again as well. Yeah, the aroma's just stunning, isn't it? It's absolutely stunning. And yeah, if you like Guinness, but you like a bit of flavour to your Guinness, it is superbly sessionable. If you don't like coffee, you're not going to like it. It's as simple as that. But if you're a Guinness fan who wants a bit of flavour, it's bang on. Absolutely bang on. Yes, mate, all in the future. And you see, this is where, against other beer reviewers, and certainly not slagging any beer reviewers off, but I like to be as close to the knuckle when people comment as possible. Because people comment, and they're bloody not empty. I don't do empties. Empties go in. Here's the empties. Yeah, because I'm a lazy get who don't clean his beers. And these are all fills. And as you can see, why would you keep empties? I do, although I have been to a pub, Sapara. Oh right, you like that, do you? Sapara. I've had that before. Didn't really rate it, to be fair, but we all have styles we like. Guinness PG tips. I've got a mate who's got a barrel aged Guinness sat in his house that I need to go and review, and go down to his house and drink some beer, do a bit of gardening, drink some beer. This weekend sounds good for it. Yeah. Sunday, not Saturday, because I'm drinking Saturday. Yeah, out again at the weekend. I've been going out loads recently. It's great. It's great to get out, isn't it? After 2 years of sitting in, it's nice to get out, go and do some beer. So I'm going down Beeston in Nottingham again. So going to 3 or 4 pubs. Hopefully try a new pub this time. If dogs are allowed and we're all good. We've got a dog with us, so although she's the one who gives us the lifts. Do you know, Jack? It's like Putin has said, if anybody goes into Ukraine, I'm using the nuclear button. Why hasn't someone turned around and says, gee, mate, you use the nuclear button, we'll nuke you. Yeah, still on the first cam. And someone needs to turn around to Putin and say, don't start the nuclear shit because you're getting wiped out. And I think it's all about balls. Have the other leaders got balls to do it? If you look back in time, Kennedy would have done. Little George Bush probably would have done. Barack and Trump, he wouldn't have even tried it. It's interesting, He's seen the West as weak. The West have come together, but there is nobody who's turning round to him, and saying out loud, don't even start the nuclear thing. Not more than the world, Thomas. the West combined have got more than them. Plus, we've probably got better systems to take them out. I would hope, anyway. It's a strange old thing, isn't it? It's money and power. Yeah. You look at what happened in Iraq, Iran. You know, going into Iraq, and there's more politics involved than than us at our level will ever know. So, did I enjoy this? And the answer to that matter is yes. The aroma is crazy coffee still. Yeah, the aroma is still crazy coffee. It's got a lovely black port. It don't look black on this side of the camera, but that might be all the light beaming at me. Lovely port. It's still holding its head, and it's for 4%. It is a stunning. What's the bright orange bottle on my left and your right? 5 bottles in. Oh. That way? That shelf? That shelf. Middle shelf, bottom shelf. My right. That's my right. And do you mean this one? Oh, Jesus. This one. Yeah, it's watermelon. It's Summersby watermelon. Yeah. Beer drink, so they call it. Exactly, Mr. Bungle. You know, it's getting rid of stupid old men that have gone senile or just want to start a war. No need for it. Absolutely no need for it. Stupid, isn't it? Hey, put Raggy in charge. Yeah. Get them all around the table. Say to them, look, you pack your shit in. You pack your shit in. You pack your shit in. That's the way the world should be, you know. Although you can't win certain wars in the world, you know, certain religions won't have the West going in to sort them out. Although sometimes you do wonder if there's something else on the agenda. Money, oil, greed. That's the world. Strange old world. So, how's beers go? Guinness, coffee. Bit of beauty. I've really enjoyed it. Very sessionable, dangerously sessionable at the 4%. An absolute player by Guinness. Got to say, it's been a beaut. At 5 for me, a good 4.5. And I do think that Guinness, with this, are on to a winner. My wife would absolutely love this. I'm going to take it to the house and see. Would have downed a 4-pack by Guinness by now. I've got some dinner in a minute. I've had no dinner all day. I'm starving. Subscribe to Jack. Thomas has posted the link. Good man. Yeah, so cold brew coffee beer by Guinness. I think this is a major player. For those who like a bit of coffee in their life, but like beer also, major player. Going to see what the wife thinks. You've subbed 3 times. Yeah, what? You've unsubscribed and subscribed. And yeah, got to run. Going to get a bollocking off the wife. Hope everyone's good. Coming back to tomorrow night with another live. Got a big Imperial start tomorrow night. So, and a chat afterwards. So, see you tomorrow night. It's bang on. It's gonna. If they still brew it after this initial run, who knows with Guinness? I think they're onto a major player. I think there's a bridge to the craft beer industry here. What you've got to imagine is Guinness is mainstream. Brewdog, yeah, in some degree. but Guinness is a mainstream beer. So for Guinness to go down this coffee route and for it to go into pubs on draft, they could be onto a major winner. But it might get people who like Guinness and to go on to Guinness coffee, to go on to more craft brews. So it's a win-win for the craft beer industry. If it stays around, who knows? That's my thoughts on it. Right, got to run. Got to get some dinner. Cheers, everyone. See you soon. Right, now go work hard to turn it off. Oh, end broadcast. Hey. Have a good night, everyone. No, click the wrong button. Get there in the end.